Hello, my name is Bob Okoye. I am currently a student at the University of Maryland, College Park, majoring in accounting. Today I'll be telling you a little bit about myself and where I was at 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, I was a senior at Eleanor Roosevelt High School, and I was a student there. Not only a student, I was a student athlete. I played football, and I ran track. Sorry about that, but I ran track at Eleanor Roosevelt. I was a big star in high school. I would like to think that sometimes. I was a big star. I really didn't care. Not to say I didn't care, but education wasn't first for me. In the eyes of my parents, it was, but for me personally, my goal and my dream was to play college ball and make it to the NFL. I never thought about life without football. Football was in every portion of my life in regards to in college, after college, in regards to getting a job, and even when I planned on retiring from college, I was planning on coaching a football team. Starting my own football team called the Bobs, or like Team Bob, or something like that of that nature, right? Big dreams, and education really wasn't. I guess how they say school isn't for you. That's how I felt, and so school was pretty easier for me because I was an athlete. You could see that they would pass you out. They would pass you in classes. You wouldn't have to worry. You wouldn't have to struggle about like failing a class and things like that. There were peers of mine also on the football team that did fail classes and were not able to play certain games, but that wasn't my case. I would try a little bit, and professors would see that I'm working at it, and then they would help me out as well. So how am I here now? What's the moral of the story? Why am I sharing this information with you? Well, when I was playing football, I had numerous coaches come in to speak with me and try to offer me scholarships and look at my grades or look at my SAT scores and tell me that I'm sorry, but you're not qualified. You're just not fit enough. They believed that I wouldn't succeed academically at their program because at the college level, athletics is like a whole nother ball game, especially football. Speaking of football, it's a whole nother ball game. And I could understand, now I understand, but at that time I was just angry, I was annoyed, but it didn't stop me. I continued to take my CT scores. I took my CT scores 5 times, and I did not get the score that I needed in order to play sports at the next level. And so I felt that there was no more hope for me in my senior year to play football, so I switched over to track. My coach told me I personally was going to join the military. I was going to join the Army and then continue life from there. My coach told me, he said, Bob, no lie, my head coach told me, said, Bob, why don't you try track? I see you're fast. You're kind of fast. Just check it out and let's see what can happen. And I did. And I was actually good. And good enough to the point where college coaches started looking at me. And a college favorite of mine was UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore County. They came over, they spoke with my father at the track meet. They said, we like your son. He's a really good athlete. We would like to bring him on board. From then, we had a college visit. We had a college visit. I went up to the University of Maryland, Baltimore County's campus. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. But in the back of my head, I'm familiar with the campus. I have a lot of my friends that were going to go to that school after high school. And so I knew it was an honors college. And I'm like, I know my grades. I know what's currently going on. I knew what coaches were telling me in regards to football. And UMBC is even like more prestigious than those schools that I was trying to get in through playing football. And I'm like, I don't think I can come to the school. But the coach said, that's where you have me. The coach let me know that everything is going to be okay. But everything was not. Because if it was, I would not be at the University of Maryland. I would have been at UMBC now, getting ready to run pro or trying out for Team USA or Team Nigeria, because I'm Nigerian. And so that was not the case. There was a letter sent in the mail, and my mom received the letter, and it was basically saying your son is not eligible to run track at UMBC. We're sorry for the inconvenience, and we wish you the best, all that stuff. And my mom never shared it with me or my father. And unfortunately, in my mind, had the mindset I'm still going to UMBC. So August comes around the corner, I haven't heard from anybody, so we go to UMBC's campus, me and my father, and we get up there, and the director of admissions lets us know that your son is not able to attend UMBC, blah, blah, blah. My dad's like, you don't understand who he is, this, that, and the third. He tried to pull the student-athlete card, and she knew all of this, the head coach knew, but we were just lost at that point in time. Unfortunately, I did not receive the scholarship. I did not know what school I was going to attend. My father was just devastated. He was heartbroken because he had a kid that was going to go to school for free, and that messed up the plans right there. As well as he really was happy for me in regards to my success in athletics, and to see everything just shut down and after just one conversation, it really broke his heart. And for me personally, it broke my heart as well. I couldn't understand what's next, what's my next move. I didn't know where I was going to start from. I didn't know anything. And so how did I continue on? I just started with step one. First step was I promised myself that I would never put my life in somebody else's hands to determine my faith. You know what I mean? And I've tried to stick by that. And starting from then on, I said, okay, what do I have to do in order to be successful? I started checking different routes, and I found out education is a good platform to start. I decided to attend a nearby community college. I attended Montgomery College, and that was the beginning of my life. Through Montgomery College, I became a better student. I became a better person. I became I grew up. I basically matured. I understood what life was about at a faster rate than my peers. So that I believe. And now, where am I now? I'm at the University of Maryland. I'm majoring in accounting. If you asked me 2 years ago, Bob, or 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, Bob, would you ever expect yourself to major in accounting at the University of Maryland? No, I never thought I would. I knew I was going to major in business, but only thing on my mind was football. And so there are two advices from this story that I've gained, or two things that I personally gained that I'd like to share with you. And that is, always have a plan B, and also never sink everything into one basket. Not saying don't have faith, but faith is a good thing, but also be, smart with it, you know what I mean? I believed without a doubt that I was going to make it to the NFL, but I never, prepared myself for, just in case things happen, or, post-NFL, what if I finished in the NFL, what would I have been doing then? I know people that majored in communications. I'm not trying to trash any majors, but I know people that majored in that got a degree in certain areas that are not profitable to them now. Whereas people that majored in, I know there's a quarterback that retired and he's practicing law, or, different things like that. And so that's one thing that I learned, that even regardless, Bob, you would have, scratching all of that, what I would say is, Bob, always continue to push on regarding the situation, even when there's no hope, because there was literally, I had no hope, I had no faith. I was at community college. All my friends expected me to be some big time athlete, and I was not that. And so I felt that I let a lot of people down. And so one thing that I had to do was I got away from all the noise, all the social media, and I just began to focus on myself. I began to detox and just try to grow as a person. And I did growing as a person, and now I'm back and I'm better. I know, Professor, you may not know the lyrics to that song, but if you type in that part of the song, you see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm back and I'm better. You know what I mean? I'm a better individual. I'm a better student, better person all around, and I'm happy I'm happy about everything that took place in my life. I would like to thank UMBC's coach for the decision you made, because that decision you made during that time, I felt that it was the worst decision that you could ever possibly make on me, and that you gave up on me. But no, it was the decision that started Bob Okorojuse. It's the decision that allowed Bob Okorojuse to make up his mind and pursue the right things in life, to pursue your purpose. And that's one thing that I've gained. And in regards to negative things that may occur in your life, there's always good in it. Thank you so much. Have a good one.